I think that when you're younger, you want to build a library of experiences, whether it's particular parts of the game or just overall at tournaments or at camps. The biggest differentiators of this camp is there's just so many coaches here, and it's nice to hear a range of perspective and hear a range of preferences that coaches tend to have.
I think attending as many camps as you can is a good thing. I think it's very different than just playing a tournament in which coaches cannot interact with student athletes. At camps, you can actually interact with student athletes. So the more interaction you get with coaches, the more you're starting to realize, like, this is what's really important to me in the process, and this is what I might value. So if you can take advantage of more camps, I think that's a great thing to be able to do.
I think one of the hardest things is, how do you know? And we say it a lot, it just depends. Every school's different, that kind of stuff. But you need some general guidelines for what to look for and then how to start looking, and then you can narrow it down. And again, we feel happy to get our message out there about how to go about that.
I think coming to camp is kind of the way a lot of coaches are shaping their recruiting approach, getting the opportunity to interact with us and really get a sense of what college golf is like and what each coach is like on the golf course, sort of in simulation, is such a unique part of this. And I think more and more coaches are looking to camps to fill out roster spots.
I would recommend a camp to anybody that has any inkling or desire to play college golf, whether it's a local prospect camp at a school nearby or a more national camp like this one with coaches from all over the country. It gives you a real insight into what college golf is and what the day-to-day life is of these players and what they go through, and really gives you some insight into what you're getting yourself into if you want to do it.
These camps are so unique because you have the opportunity to parents and players to speak with the coaches and to ask questions. So really utilize that time and that opportunity to get to know the coaches, to get to know what their program is about, to get to understand the personalities, but probably first and foremost is just to understand college golf in general and what it takes, the steps to get to that level. And then once you're at a college program, like kind of what are the programs, what are they about? And so this is a great opportunity to talk to a coach about what are their expectations, academically and athletically. How much time is there going to be? What's that time management look like? What's the balance between athletics and academics?
The value is, hearing from the coaches and understanding the recruiting process, what it takes, what the profile of an elite academic institution who sponsors golf, what it looks like to be one of those people. And I think that's the value of understanding, knowing, the pond that you want to swim in, like understanding what that looks like.
And we're out there on the golf course with them and just talking through shots, talking about targets and course strategy. And there's so much information that these coaches are going to share with these players, regardless of whether or not they're recruiting them. So it's a great learning experience for sure.
The beauty of the CGX camps is that the participants get to establish relationships one-on-one with coaches from a variety of different backgrounds, whether it be a bigger program or a highly academic school. You gain valuable insight and knowledge as to the recruiting process, what it's like in a day of the life of a college athlete, and you get that kind of one step ahead of the curve as far as being able to establish those relationships, learn more about the process, and ultimately identify what option or what avenue you want to go down to pursue in college.
I think this is an amazing camp. The fact that the coaches are able to interact with the players and the parents, which is super important for both. We get to see the kids on the golf course, coach them a little bit like we would coach our teams, but also have conversations in between holes with the parents. They certainly have a lot of questions as well, and it's great to meet them and answer some of their questions.
Well, you definitely get to see how each and every coach operates on the golf course and also what they're looking for in a recruit and how their university and their individual college golf program is explained in much more detail in a smaller group-like settings.
The importance of seeing other coaches is just the perspectives can vary. Every college has its admission standards, every college has its playing standards, every college has its scholarship opportunities. And when you, like I said, 900 schools to choose from, and so just getting a variety and then understanding sort of what fits your personality and then what turns into, okay, where does my game fit? Where does my personality fit with the right coach?